Namaste. Namaste. Happy New Year. On the second day that I met Maharaj-ji, he said to me, do you know Gandhi? I said, I don't know him, but I have heard about him. And he said, do you think about, what do you think about him? I said, he was a great saint. And I said, yes, he was a great saint. And he said to me, you be like him. And he hit me on the head. And of course I never quite know how to be a great saint like Gandhi. I went down into the bazaar and I got myself those little round glasses. That didn't do it. But he also, Gandhi said, my life is my message. And that's pretty good. That's pretty good. And he was very, very compassionate, very compassionate. There was another saint that I knew, Kala Rinpoche. And Kala had, he said, Ramdas, you have 3 things to do in this lifetime. Develop emptiness, develop compassion, and honor your guru. That's pretty straight. It's pretty straight. And I've worked on emptiness, and I've worked on compassion, and I've certainly honored my guru. When I joined Seva, this organization, Seva is a world known to serve God. And it was the first meeting of the Seva Foundation, and this doctor from Switzerland, she was very social activist. And she said, well, we don't know what to do in this organization. We're going to do something to reduce suffering. She said, I think there are many, many blind people in the world, and we could do that to reduce that. And I found myself lecturing about blindness because of her statement. And the lectures raised money for Seva, and I found myself in Nepal and India and in many poor countries studying blindness, and I was present at many operations where blindness removed. And that was sort of my introduction to compassion, because I was so moved by these blind people. They get in gurneys and they'd have the operation, and then they'd see. It was just a thrill to be part of that cycle. And I could see how I used to have empathy for people. That means I, as an individual, felt bad for the individual. And that isn't compassion, because compassion is where we are all one. And your suffering is my suffering. And that's your really compassion. Compassion is where you have achieved oneness. So it's my suffering that you work on. And there are different levels of compassion. First of all, you're sort of empathetic, and you a distance from the person. And then as you get closer and closer, it's our suffering. And finally, our compassion. And I noticed that the one contains love. One contains compassion. The one contains peace. The one contains wisdom. The one contains joy. And we have been working on love. But I think I want to work on compassion. Compassion because of the suffering and the chaos in the world. And I want to, well, do something, but the real compassionate act is to be something. I be compassionate. First I do compassion, and finally I be compassionate. And then compassionate to the trees, compassionate to the soldiers, compassionate to you, and compassionate to me. So when we are compassion, that's the final step. The final step. We are love. We are compassion. We are peace. We are wisdom. We are joy. So when you're privy to God's mind, to the God mind, to the oversoul, then you can express, then you can be compassionate. Be compassionate. Yeah. Let's just practice being compassionate for one another. Yeah. Just now. Just now. Just now. Compassionate.